And here they are, your hosts, Dylan Weissman and Mike Langser.
All right, welcome back to Mastering Mitzvahs. This is our first recording of 2026. This is episode 166. How you doing, Dylan?
It's great. I'm so glad that we finally found, 60 seconds to put together a podcast. And it feels like forever. Like we haven't recorded one since last year.
Well, that's the truth. And I'm putting a goal out there that I haven't told you about yet.
Oh, good. Okay.
We claim that we're going to record once a week, and then it becomes once every 2 weeks, and it's been like once a month. We need to hit episode 200 in this year, 2026. Can we do that?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like 34 more episodes.
Good math on you.
34 more episodes in 52 weeks. Can we do it?
Yeah.
And if we don't, what happens?
I don't know.
I'm throwing you on the spot here.
What happens? Let's leave it up to the listeners and the viewers to comment what happens if we don't make it there.
Okay. So we're going to talk about showcases today. But before we do that, dude, how cool is this? The Mastering Mitzvahs book. We talked about it last week or last month when we did our last recording. But it's official. The book is here.
Yeah, the ultimate planning guide right here, Mastering Mitzvahs, a guide for families planning bar and bat mitzvahs.
There's
in 2026.
322 pages in this book that are our thoughts. It's crazy that we have that many thoughts.
No, it's not. No, it's not. We got plenty of thoughts. But it's great. And the feedback that we're getting has been so positive, whether it's support or people telling us that this has been truly helpful for them. It's really, really special. So they're available now on Amazon and Kindle, and the recording for the Audible will be available pretty soon.
Hopefully before the end of 2026.
Yeah.
So just as a quick note, these books are summaries of these podcasts. You know, the last 6 or 7 years of these podcasts, we took our favorite episodes, we summarized them, we put them in print form, and we're excited to have them for you.
So the reason why it's been so long since we've done a podcast is because we are prepping for the Super Bowl. And this is our Super Bowl, which is our Super Bowl showcase. It happens once a year, right around this February time, and it happens to be on Super Bowl Sunday this year. And today we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of attending a live performance showcase like the one that we're having this weekend.
All right, I'm going to start with do attend. Like as simple as do attend.
Yeah.
We talked to so many families. I think I'm going to make it. I'm not sure. Do attend. It is worth every minute of your day. We've never, ever heard a family regret attending.
That's right. I mean, at these showcases, you're going to meet with the industry or the area's top professionals. You're going to meet with people who know what they're talking about. You get to test drive food. You get to test drive activations and activities. And you get to hear, in our case, you get to hear the talent. And I think that is super important because a video can only go so far. Now you're seeing it in real life.
Yeah, and you know, there's something, I maybe use this term incorrectly, but paradox of choice. Maybe, you know, having too many choices or not having enough choices. But this is the opportunity to see choice after choice after choice of the games, of the photo booths, of the MCs. When else do you get that opportunity? You might come to a party and see a particular MC and, wow, that guy did a great job. I want to hire him. And that's awesome. I mean, you saw it, you felt it. But what if there's somebody better? And when you see 6 or 7 MCs next to each other, you're going to see who's right for you. Just like when you see 5 or 6 different photo booths next to each other. You might love the first one, but you never even saw the second one if you didn't attend the showcase.
Yeah, it's really that simple, is that at the worst case scenario, you see a bunch of items and options that you don't like. And I think that's a really important distinction. And so do attend these showcases. They happen in every major mitzvah market, I would say. And it normally happens in the slower parts of the mitzvah season. So your Februaries are going to be typical for your bar bat mitzvah showcases.
Let me ask you this. Do or do not attend more than one? Because sometimes people, like we did a smaller showcase last weekend, which is more of a demo. It wasn't quite a showcase. There weren't vendors. If you attended that, are you like off the hook for the rest of the season? Or if you see 2 or 3 others in the future, would you attend?
I think it depends on your personality. If you're the type of person who needs to see every option laid out and you don't get overwhelmed by that amount of choice, then attend more than one. It really gives you a barometer of who you vibe with and what feels right and how you can move forward. If you do get overwhelmed by a ton of choices or you have a hard time with your scheduling or something along those lines, then attending at least one is definitely the minimums.
Yeah, and I would say shoot for 2. I would say probably shoot for 2, just so you could see some differences. Like you might not see everything. Like again, last week we didn't bring all of our games, but this week we're going to bring most of them. And then in March we know of another smaller showcase that we're going to do. We'll have a couple things there, but we're not going to empty the warehouse per se.
Right. I'm going to give you a don't. Don't take everything you see as the only thing that's offered. In my opinion, showcases are, you're going to jam-pack 4 or 5 hours of bar and bat mitzvah entertainment into 45 minutes performance. And that means that it's loud, it's big, it's flashy. And while that is exciting to some, it's overwhelming to others. And I would say that take that at face value and understand that that could be the ceiling. But if you need to dial it in and dial it back by communicating, this was too much for me, to whatever vendor you're working with, I think you'll have a better opportunity to design the perfect celebration for you, having done the showcase and seen it.
Okay, I'm going to give you a loaded question. Do or do not bring your kids or extended family?
Absolutely bring your kids. The kids that are going to be celebrated, they should be there, because you're going to see the ideas and the excitement of what lights their eyes up, whether it's a specific entertainer or a specific activation or a game. It's important for them to see it.
Can I role play here with you for a second? Because I get this all the time. I really do want to bring my son, but I know he's going to see everything and he's going to want everything, and it's going to cost me $1 million if he shows up.
It has to be an open conversation and an honest conversation. Listen, little Jimmy, it's important that you see this stuff, but let's figure out what is most important to you and what's going to give you the best impact in your at your bar mitzvah.
Good. And I agree. To not have the bar bat mitzvah guest of honor is doing yourself a disservice.
Great. Do come prepared, whether that's registering ahead of time, because a lot of times that leads to winning prizes by having your registration information done. Do know who you're going to see. I mean, especially if you're going to go to multiple showcases, understand the company that you're coming to see. And do the small amount of homework that you can beforehand. It's kind of like prepping for a job interview in a way, where now you can see, I know I want to talk to these specific MCs based on the bios that I read. Or I know that I want to talk to this specific vendor because I know they're going to be there this day.
Yeah. Actually, I gave advice last night to a family that I think was some of the best advice I've given leading up to a showcase date. We know that we're giving away some really incredible incentives. There's going to be some great discounts if you book on the spot. And we're not a high pressure type of company, but that's a very common thing at showcases. Book on the spot and receive X off.
Right.
So what I insisted that this family does, and I insist this to anybody that's watching and that's in a buying state, is do all your homework, just like you said, up to the showcase and be ready to buy at the showcase. Now, doesn't mean you need to sign every last detail. You don't need to figure out how many dancers or which photo booth or which games, but if you know you want to commit to a particular vendor and you see that vendor at the show, chances are they're going to give you a discount to lock them in that day at the showcase. So bring your checkbook, but don't just do it blindly. Don't feel pressured. Do your homework in advance. So my advice that I gave to the family last night was call, email, or text me from now up until Saturday night with any thoughts that come onto your mind. That way, come Sunday, if you see, it's like test driving a car. You've done all your homework. You've read all the reviews. You just need to physically get behind the wheel, test drive that car. If you like the way it drives, leave the check.
Yeah, you're going to be, at least for our experience, the incentives for any of the vendors, including us at our show, is there for you to take advantage of. And if you come ready to buy as opposed to coming and saying, I got to think about it, you lose out on those opportunities. So if you know you're going to be getting a photo booth, you probably are going to end up getting an incentive by booking it there on the spot.
Yeah, and you know what chances are? If you called 3 or 4 months later and say, I want to change this to that, who's going to say no?
Yeah, or at least any reputable company will definitely say.
Right. I don't know if this is do or do not, but I'm going to ask you, Dylan, how should you dress as an attendee coming to a showcase?
Dress in what makes you feel good.
Okay.
Comfortable attire. Expect to dance. Do come prepared to be a part of the show. Don't feel like you have to stand in the back and watch it as a show. Be a part of it.
I'm finding that these are social gatherings too. This is like going to a night out, but it's a day out. You're going to run into friends and family that people from your community, people from the school, the Hebrew school, sports teams. So go prepared to be seen in public. Like, don't be like, oh, I didn't do my hair. Like, now you don't have to get all glammed up, but like, know that you're going to be in public. You're going to be in a public setting. There's going to be other like-minded people there. Go there with a good attitude. Go there
Yeah, I
ready
mean,
to have
I've
a good time.
always felt like when you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, you act like the best versions of yourself. So,
Absolutely.
But I think that it's important that you're going to dress in a way that is going to make you feel more inclined to be a part of the overall day.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's really, really powerful stuff. Here's one for you. Don't think that because you're already booked that you shouldn't attend.
Good one.
Okay? Because if you're let's say, we'll use ours as an example. If you're currently booked with Explosive Entertainment and you don't attend, I feel like you're missing out on a few things. One, you're missing out on having one more touch point with your entertainment company.
Yeah.
That's special. I love when we get to spend more than one time with our families. Like that means a lot to me as a career guy for this, right? But also, you get to see what's current, new, and trendy. And what you might see is the things that you thought you wanted aren't anywhere to be found, and that might be because it's becoming less trendy,
Yeah.
right?
That's a good one. Right. That's a good one.
You got one more for us?
Well, the funny thing is I'm thinking there's a whole chapter in this book about showcase attendance. And did we talk about everything that's in the book? Did we miss any of these bullets?
I mean, these are ones that are coming straight from the heart and off the top of our head, where I think these are glaring ones that you need to really consider and make it a thing, right?
Yeah. I guess I'll leave with a don't. Don't leave overwhelmed.
Yeah, we
These
touched on
are overwhelming experiences. They are loud. They're fast paced. Imagine our job is to cram a 4 or 5 hour party into a 30-minute live performance. Right. And there's so many side conversations and everything else going on. We are going to be loud. We are going to be very fast paced. That doesn't necessarily mean that is the way we're going to deliver your party. Right. Come and experience what you see. Take notes, literally take notes in your phone or old school paper and pen, and then communicate your thoughts back to the team. Like, I loved what you did, but it was too loud. Or I love what you did, but it was too dark. Or the lights were too bright. Whatever it might be.
Yeah, it's a good reiteration. I mean, I think that's a really powerful statement.
But don't be overwhelmed.
Yeah. And do come with a good attitude.
Absolutely.
I think we've said something along those lines, but have fun. These are fun. These are really fun.
So let's have a bonus session here for just a quick second. Dylan, do you have any favorite things that you want to preview to the listeners that we're going to show off on Sunday that they may not know of? Like some of the newer enhancements, newer photo booths, new talents. Like what might be one or two that you want to just kind of like surprise the audience with?
I am really excited for our sports card photo station.
Me too.
That one's really fun. It's a well-priced enhancement, and it's so great for the families who are looking to add that extra layer of theming to their event. Having a photo station that's printing out actual sports cards with your kid or your guest's face on it. I mean, that always, at least in the last year that we've unveiled this, has gotten a really great response. What about you?
You know, I want to put a caveat there. These sound like salesy moments, and yeah, of course, we're trying to sell and show off some of the cool things that we offer, but these are opportunities across the country that top entertainment companies are offering. So Dylan mentioned sports cards. You might be having a bar bat mitzvah in, I don't know, Milwaukee. Talk to your DJ company that's in Milwaukee. Chances are it's not us, and ask them if they have this sports card technology. Our goal is to educate, and that's truly the goal behind this podcast.
Right.
Along the same lines, the AI photo booth is something I'm really excited about, where guests can approach the photo booth in normal attire for a party. They're going to be wearing suit and tie, and with a couple prompts in the computer, we could turn them into a Super Bowl athlete. They're going to be wearing a helmet and a jersey of their favorite team, and they're going to be on a football field, and that's all done with the newest technology.
Yeah, photo booth technology is always a big hit at these. I'll give you one more. I'm really excited to showcase an all black setup.
Yeah.
We've been, I mean, probably for the last decade, been pushing all white LED, and I think that having an all black setup this time around is going to be very, very cool.
And what you're referring to is the staging, the DJ booth facade, the socks on the trusses. Just trying to change the dynamic. It feels more sleek.
It really
and
does.
More
modern.
More
Yeah,
posh. If that's the right word.
Yeah, it's an upscale look. So I'm excited for those, and there's plenty of surprises coming your way. We're kind of holding back on it, but this is going to be great. This is going to be great.
We'll promise to do a recap of the showcase next week. I put it out there. So next week, Connor, same time, same place, we're recording. Thank you, as always, for tuning into Mastering Mitzvahs. We are concluding episode 166.
That's Mike. I'm Dylan. All things at xeevents.com or xeevents on Instagram. And we'll see you guys soon.